What's up, everyone? It's Guns from the Grave, and today we're going to be customizing a Glock 9mm double stack extendo magazine. We're not going to need any type of programs. It's all going to be done in Tinkercad. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to need a magazine, which is going to be our object today, made by Danny Meatball. So all credits go out to him for creating this, and today we're just going to be remixing it. We're also going to be needing our design, and the design we'll be using today is the Arasaka, if you're familiar with the Cyberpunk logo, and I already have it downloaded. So we'll be using that design for today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open up Tinkercad, which is tinkercad.com. I already have my account set up and everything. So this is the website we'll be doing everything in. First off, going to want to import. So you're going to click on the import and grab your object and drag it right in there. And it should pop up for you. Usually it's standing up, but it's laying down, but for research purposes, it's easier laying down anyway. So we got our object there. But we need to get our design in there. So the design is not going to go in there as how it is, a PNG. We're going to need to convert it, but that's fine. We'll be using Google to find a SVG converter, because that's what we need it to be to pop up and work inside of Tinkercad. But they're free. We're just going to Google SVG converter. There's a bunch of them. And this is the one that I used. Nothing particular. It's pretty easy. You drag and drop your PNG or your JPEG or whatever, hit convert, then you download it, and it will be downloaded as a SVG file. So don't forget that. When we open it up, it opens up as a SVG right there. It's usually black and white, but in this instance it's red, but color doesn't matter, so don't worry about that. But that is a SVG file. And I've got it already saved to my desktop. So we will hit import. Then we'll grab our SVG file. Oops. And we will drop it in. Sometimes you'll get this error message saying it's too big. Don't worry, just make the number small. I just picked a random number, 400, and that worked. And it'll just resize it for you, and it will throw it into the Tinkercad world for you. So there we have it. There's our design. So now we want to resize it and fit it onto the magazine. It's kind of weird in Tinkercad if you are not in a straight horizontal or vertical line. If you try to resize it diagonally, which I'm about to show you right here, it kind of resizes in a weird way. So when we resize it, we want it to, be in a straight line. Just like so. And for the extended magazines, I always use the holes on the back, the lucky number 4. That's because 17 magazines are usually the largest, and it stops right there at the 17. So as long as you don't go past those 4 lines, you'll be able to see your design in whatever model you use your magazine for. So what we want to do is make it not too thin, not too wide, and we want the height to fit inside of it, because then we're going to angle it. And like I said, once it's angled, it's kind of weird to size it. So we want to try to get it as close as we can this time and get it into our file, our object. So we're just playing with it. You also want to be aware at the bottom, you want your uh, base plate to fit on there. So you don't want it to get in the way of your base plate slot. So there we have it. We're just trying to get it as straight as possible. Also, don't want it to seep through the insides because that's where our bullets, our rounds are going. And we don't want any holes in the magazine. So we're going to raise it. And then we're going to lower our designs because we don't want it humongously sticking it out. So that might be a little too low. So I'm going to raise it just a little bit more. And I think that's a appropriate size. So once you have it, looks pretty good. Just want to check your angles, make sure it's as straight as you can. And I think we are good. So we're gonna highlight both the object and the design. I'm gonna hit that group button with the square and the circle. And that will group our object into one. There we have it, moving around to one object. If you made a mistake, you can highlight it again, ungroup it. That turns it back to two. You can also turn the object into, if you click the hole, let me get that back to a solid. Click the design. You can make it to a hole and then group it. And that kind of, gives you a hollow design or whatever. But for this instance, I want the solid design, so I'm going to switch it back to solid. And there we have it. Arasaka logo magazine. Looks pretty good. So we're going to hit export and hit STL. That'll save it as an STL. It always has a weird, funny name for it when it does save it from Tinkercad. But just go ahead to your library, change the name, and there you have it. But let's show you a little trick. Let's go ahead into our bamboo slicer, which is what it's normally for. It's because it has the AMS capabilities, but you do not need AMS. You can always paint it if you want. I find it easier just to use the multi-color system in the bamboo. So let's just give you a little insight what it looks like. I'm gonna go with red and black for the design. We use red for the text. We want to change to our paint bucket. It's our secondary color. And we can start filling in our design. We'll fill on the top so you can see the whole design. And looks looks pretty cool. But you want to hit the sides as well to make it really pop out when you do print it. So you're gonna angle it, hit the top, the bottom, the sides, the inside, the outside. Make sure you get the whole design all around. So when you do print it, it looks really cool. All right, so that's pretty much to it to make a cool mag. But let's go a little more deeper to make a custom design. You guys probably seen a lot of the designs I have, like the Blick Fillet and you know the little strikes. So this is called a font generator. There's different types of fonts you can have, and I picked the Disney font generator, and I guess that's what I had put in the last time I went on there. So yeah, so you see how I can type whatever I want, and it has the Disney font in there. You can do that with Star Wars font generator, Sonic the Hedgehog font, X-Men font. Just find a cool font and write what you want in there, and do the same thing. Save it, convert it to SVG, and put your own logo into the Tinkercad, and you have your own logo in there. So I thought that's also cool to show you, and just to keep in mind. I hope to see some cool custom mag stuff out there. But there you have it. There's other things I made, like that shark face. The damn son, where'd you find this? Put my name on my arc. There's a lot of stuff you can do. It's not just magazines. Hope to see more cool stuff. But follow me on my Instagram, Guns from the Grave 1, and I'm out. You guys have a great day. Thank you for checking in.